Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
And we're live, bros.
Hey, how's it going?
Goes well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Jordan, Public Awakening, my bro. How goes it? What up,
Hey.
Kat? How goes it? Kat Sim, Otto, 100. Everybody, appreciate a shout out. Happy birthday to DJ Meat Popsicle.
Happy birthday.
Can we get some birthday cakes in the chat for DJ Meat Popsicle? Hey, Jeremy Crow, how goes it? Today I'm with my co-host, as always, Nathan, and our guest today, Stella. How goes it, girl?
Hey.
It's going great. It's actually never been better because back in 2017, I was actually like trying to do all this stuff without the technology piece of it done because I'm not a programmer. If I was a programmer, you know, it would be like I would already have my own site and
Oh
all
yeah,
that
the
kind of
ease
stuff.
of use has definitely got better. The UI
Yes.
UX for us non-coders to actually use the code. It's very plug and play technology right now.
Yeah, I mean, once we get the gas fee shit fixed, I think, or maybe we'll go to Matic. I'm researching Matic blockchain and some other
Yes. If
possibilities.
your heart is set on Ethereum, please consider Matic.
It might be the
Yeah,
best
yeah, and I
one.
think OpenSea is gonna be it's gonna be integrated because I've been, you can tokenize tweets right now using the Matic blockchain. If you do add tokenized tweets on Twitter, and then you put your Ethereum uh, account, your Ethereum address, it will actually mint that on Matic, and then it'll show up in OpenSea under your account, which is crazy because it's no gas
Yeah.
fees to do this.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool to see people. I actually caught a few people doing that on my tweets that I thought was very
Yeah,
meta. I tweeted the image of one of my NFTs and somebody minted the tweet. And I was like,
I
well,
don't
yeah, I
like
guess. I mean,
that.
that's pretty clever.
I think
Yeah.
you own it. You should be the owner. That's why Cent has done it correctly. So tokenized tweets is a little ass backwards, right?
Well, not really. I mean, if somebody goes into a gallery and takes a photo of a portrait and then sells that photo, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know that there's the common law thing with like copyright and fair use.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like things with the blockchain, laws don't really matter anymore. It's really
Yeah.
protocols, right? So laws are frivolous, nothing. It just really means nothing. It's the protocol. So without IP, I really don't think any of that matters. So I'm not really mad when people do it, but I definitely do see your point. Like the
Yeah,
people
But
that
like
are
if
building
you
those tools aren't really helping.
if you
Yeah.
compare how Cent does it to how tokenized tweets, obviously Cent is superior because as the owner of the tweet, like a writer, these are your words, right? You own that tokenized, I don't want to use the centized tweet that's put on the blockchain, and then someone buys that from you. So you're the Twitter owner is the creator, owns the IP, and you own that. And actually, someone bought one of my tweets. I made like $200 off of a tweet, but the tokenized tweets, like anyone can own that. I don't like that model. I'll be honest with you. I don't.
If it
I don't think.
wasn't on Ethereum, personally, I would definitely use it more because it would be to me more like, dollar thing. Like, hey, yeah, buy my tweet for $1 off Cent. That's fine. But I would never let somebody pay more than that. And unfortunately, the gas alone would cost them significantly more than $1.
Yeah,
Even
it
if
makes more sense on a different chain for sure
that's
because
what
it's
I,
like
yep.
it's a sentence or something. It just feels right to have it be less expensive. Yeah,
Different blockchains for different art, I think.
absolutely. Like you said, like ETH is like the fine art part of the museum, and Wax could potentially be like the gift shop area where you get a picture of the Mona Lisa, but you actually
Right.
saw it over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
cool to get an original Banksy, but I'd also settle for a print. And when prints aren't
absolutely.
available, the only thing I can do is Google that Banksy image, go to my printer, print it out, and put it on my wall. And
Yeah,
essentially, that's just because I have no other option, right? There's only these high-end alternatives, right? Now, I could buy art NFTs from Beeple. If I'm lucky enough that he's setting them for $1. And I think that is amazing because he's realized that the secondary sales commission fees will take care of him as an artist, and he can give back to his community and his fans as well without making that border of
Yeah.
entry as a supporter so high. That's why piracy exists, right? Like back when music used to cost like $40 an album, we were like, you know what? I'm just going to take that risk of getting my door kicked in by the FBI. I'm downloading it on Napster. Screw you.
yeah,
And then music became like you could buy one song for like 99 cents on iTunes, and we've seen less piracy due to that ease of use. And just like, oh, I can just buy it for $1. Why should I
yeah.
risk my internet service provider canceling my contract over breaking the terms and conditions for piracy? I'll just buy it now. As things get more convenient for that, I think artists are going to realize, yeah, they could sell that high quality stuff on Ethereum, and yeah, it will work. Lamborghinis are expensive, but Lamborghini as a company doesn't matter if the masses can't afford them.
They're cool though.
But you can still buy Lamborghini Matchbox cars for $1, and that's what I want artists to realize is you need to sell your little knickknacks as well as that high-end art on Ethereum. Different blockchains for different art.
Yeah, and I mean, there's always going to be the crypto rich who can afford paying huge sums of money for whatever they want.
Oh, I mean, if you own a real, like, you know, Banksy piece of art right now and it's in a gallery, do you know how much money it would cost just to move it in transportation physically from one gallery to another gallery? It's probably going to be 5 figures just to move a physical piece of art that you already own from one gallery to another gallery down the road because you need an armored car, you need security, you have to actually get it insured. So now you have to insure. There's gas fees for physical high-end art as well.
Yeah, you don't have to hire bodyguards to make a transfer on the blockchain. And that's the thing that's cool about it in the art world. There's so many things that it makes just simple. Like kind of it turns everything into sort of like a no-brainer.
Well, considering, you know, we were talking about like the ease of use now to like build things inside of things and on top of things that were already built that are making it easier for us to like, you know, again, experiment with inside. I've seen you recently doing things, I think it was in crypto voxels, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, aren't you doing an event?
Yeah, that's what the show's about, right?
Yeah, that's why that was supposed to be a segue.
Yeah, that was a segue.
Yeah, so the Fuck Wall Street art exhibit is going to be opening tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific time. Cool. So people can convert it. Now, the coolest aspect of it is that I'm giving away money art. There's 7 pieces of it. And I should go grab that, but I'll get it towards the end of the show. So
if you want to get a screen share set up, I'll give you permissions right now to do screen share. Now you can.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's just go do that right now.
How tall is your keyboard?
Well, I have a special thing that we're doing here.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, I get it.
You can talk for a second.
Yeah, that's special setup.
I wanted to let people know, since we're going to be starting to talk about crypto voxels, you can actually experience what we're going to be talking about right now, whether you're on your computer, if you're on your phone or tablet, you can actually experience crypto voxels on any damn device. It's not like Decentraland or other, you know, virtual experiences or digital worlds. It is a multi-plat metaverse kind of, so to speak, you know, and it's already functional. It's not, you know, this vaporware that you're probably looking at or things that are coming. It's it exists. You can play with it. Go and play with crypto voxels on your phone, tablet, computer, and get ready for tomorrow. What was it called again?
That voxel, bro.
It's called Fuck Wall Street.
I just wanted to hear her say it again.
Yeah, no, the way you just said that was beautiful. It was perfectly clear. It was a nice soundbite, really. People go check out the crypto voxel stuff. It's very, very cool.
Okay, I'm ready to share my screen now. Got it all set up.
All right, go for it.
Okay, let me share screen. Here we go. It's only like the second time I've done this. Do I click on it?
It should give you a menu of which screen you want to put up, whether it's your desktop or just
desktop. Okay, got it.
I'm hearing like background noise and I don't know why. I'm sorry.
It's because it's in the exhibit.
Oh, okay. Crap. Okay, I was so confused.
Yes. I'm speaking in crypto voxels. Now you can always turn that off if you already heard it, but it's a very important story. In fact, that story is the reason why I wanted to do this show. Because let me just explain one thing while we're looking at it. See, you're seeing 2 museums. I actually bought 2 parcels in crypto voxels, and you can see the money printer. But the main reason that I realized I had to do the show is because I found this story on Reddit by this person named Space Peanut, and he describes what seeing his father lose everything in the recession. Right when Bitcoin was invented, right? 08, 09. He describes seeing his father lose everything, his uncle lose everything, and they were counting change on the kitchen table. And by the way, they had very successful businesses. It was like a concrete business. So he watched his dad and his uncle go from like a successful business to like 0 nothing. And it happened to me too. So what happened was Space Peanut wrote about how his dad was sunk further and further into alcoholism. And by the end of this recession, he was just a shell of his former self waiting for death. And I became homeless actually when the recession happened because I was in California. I had a good job. I was living by the beach. I was living the life, right? The recession hit, fucking wiped me out. I'm down to zero. Okay. I never forgot that. Like there's not a day that goes by that something like reminds me of having nothing and everything taken away for reasons that I didn't cause this. Like I had a decent job and everything, but the business that I was in, the company that I worked for, they almost went under because of the recession. But all right, I'm going to just go into the museum. You don't need any VR or anything. Like there is a VR capability, but all you need is a computer and to click on my bio. The link is in my Twitter bio. The main thing I want to show people is
for you, Dad. I remember when the housing collapse sent a torpedo through my family. My father's concrete company collapsed almost overnight.
Yeah, we can't hear you, but we can hear that very clearly. That is beautifully clear in there.
Turn it off right there.
Yeah, it's really good audio quality though for inside of a Crypto Voxel's like virtual world.
Absolutely.
What I want to show people is how to find money art. I'm giving away 7 money art bills, and they're all hidden throughout the museum. So you have to search it and fly everywhere, fly through shit. You got to find the money art, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. To fly, you hit F, and then you hit W. All right, and then, okay, here's one. There's money art right there. You click on it using that little target. Once you click on it, you see a link and you hit open.
Oh my God.
Yes, it brings you to a survey.
Yes.
It's a questionnaire. That information is there for people that want more info. All you got to do is answer 4 questions. First question is, why do you want this? I don't care about selling this right now. I want to find people who want something I made.
This is the coolest fucking thing I've seen all year with NFTs.
Thank you. Yeah, this is awesome.
So it says, you found money art. Surprise. Each money art is named a different one, and there's a different questionnaire. Okay, and it says basically in one sentence, tell me why you want this.
Oh, I seen your tweet that did that a couple days ago, and I said I want one because you made it.
I don't know if I would choose that. You got to be specific. Each money art is different, has a different theme. So hopefully different people will be attracted to different things. I don't want people to just I want people that are passionate about the thing.
Yeah.
So that's what this is
you
about.
want to know what it means to that person, kind of. Like, what does this mean to you? What does this say to you, essentially?
Yeah, or like, just be creative in your answers. Yeah. I might pick it.
I made Katsumoto a moderator in the chat. So Katsumoto, can you post a link to the showroom in Voxels, please? Thank you.
Katsumoto.
Let me just go over the questions because it's important that everyone understands it. I don't want it to be like, oh, this is too complicated or whatever. Second question, what is your ETH address? The third one is, what's your Twitter handle? I have to communicate with whoever wins it because I'm going to have to mail it to them. And then the fourth one is, for extra security, I want everyone to come up with their own code word, just so that, I want it very, very clear that you are the one that filled out the survey. Because, there's always people that kind of try to fudge things, right?
Yeah.
So the code word will be like, hey, when people might message me, hey, I won. It's like, yeah, what's your code word? You see?
Lemon tree.
Yeah. So then I know, hey, you're the same person that filled out that survey. Because, I want it to be very clear. Nothing going wrong, right? The code word makes it clear. Because you could do, and that's it, just 4 questions. So you search up everything in Crypto Voxels to find these money art, which is, I give everyone a clue. The money art can be fucking high up. Okay? It can be in places that I did not even realize it could be. but it's definitely flying. It's hovering around places. It's actually not. There's one on a wall, but
So you don't
there's
see it at ground level, right? Like it's kind of invisible to your at eye level.
well, I mean, that one I put there because like I wanted everyone to realize how to do it. It's at eye level. Yeah, that one's at eye level. There's other stuff that's you have to fly around.
I gotcha.
See, there's okay. I'm not there's okay. Those are the easiest ones to find, and then I want everyone to realize there is a real money printer in here, and there's a guy. Check out the money. I don't know if you've seen this yet.
I've seen the burr. Yeah, I have. Money go burr.
Yeah, that's my ghost agent who built that. It's moving. I thought it was so funny to have like that's Rare Skrilla. He's been in the crypto art scene since the very beginning. Rare Skrilla has. But here's what I do want to talk about. Okay, here's the fountain of money. I want to talk about this one painting because she's an unknown artist to the crypto world. She never minted anything. This is her first minting. And I think this one says everything about the whole Wall Street bets. This is, you know who this is? Roaring Kid, right? You know who that is?
I mean, it looks like Robin Hood.
No, it's Roaring Kitty. Roaring Kitty is the very first one who invested in GameStop 6 months ago during the summer. He was the one that said, I like the stock. He's a real smart guy. Anyway, he's the first one he put everything he went all in, put his life savings in, 50,000 into GameStop last summer, and he made videos. So he's the icon, you know, the one that people followed. He's part of the whole reason that the GameStop happened in the beginning.
Oh, so he's like the Satoshi of the GameStop movement.
Yes, he's this Jesus, you know, he's the, you know, Roaring Kitty. His name is Keith Gill, and it's also his name is Deep Fucking Value on the Wall Street Bet
Oh,
Reddit.
Deep Fucking Value. I know him by that name.
That's
the name I know him by.
Okay, yeah, Deep Fucking Value. I should have said he's got 3 names.
That's the catchy one.
This says everything because he is the real Robin Hood. It embodies this painting. It tells the story all in one swoop. These are very affordable. I think it's 5 editions. I bought one right away because it's like I found this artist. Her name's Nicole Sanabria on Instagram, and I was like, "This has to be in the show." And she was like, I don't have NFT. Like I'm not doing NFTs. I was like, you gotta fucking do NFTs because I want to buy this. So I feel very happy that she went ahead and started minting NFTs, and this one needs to be sold out. I'm telling you, this is a real painting. I don't know if it's a physical painting actually, but it's awesome. I mean, it's a real one. So we got some.
I was gonna say it looks like it was actually painted on a physical canvas. Did she do this digitally, or is this a physical painting that was digitized?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Crazy? Isn't it crazy? But it's good. It's like a lot of the NFT art, you know what I mean? We're slapping shit together and putting a glitch filter over it. She fucking, you know, she went for it.
Yeah. No, that's really, really beautiful.
And then, okay, so check all of my art and Check's art already sold, this painting right here. And then I do want to go over to my gift that sold for 2F recently.
Congrats.
Yeah.
What?
Congratulations.
Oh,
yeah.
We have Thought Machine. I forgot about this. This tells that whole story. Here's the CoinDesk article. Crypto Family's response to CoinDesk. Do you remember the thirst trap thing?
Yeah, I was posting nude photos on Twitter before I knew the word Bitcoin. So I was the original male thought.
You were the original.
That's why I didn't feel like I had to do anything. I'm like, this would be like, yeah. I mean, my dick's on Twitter. Just look for it, I guess.
Yeah. The original thirst trap.
I want to talk about my own art because I'm here and I'm an artist. So this one sold for 2F recently, and by someone I have no clue, but they flipped it instantly. And I can't remember the details. All I know is they flipped it for 3.25F.
Wow,
So
congratulations again.
There's someone who speculated on me, and this is it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is deep fucking value right here. And let me go up a little bit. And okay, so it's kind of blurry, but all of these heads in there, they're all famous people. There's, on the whale, there's AOC, there's Elon Musk, there's Neeraj, who runs Coin Center. You know that guy, Neeraj?
Yeah, I've met him.
There's all kinds of people. So when you look at it on the screen, not in the museum, you can see I've got tons of celebs in that whale. But the other fun thing is that those two guys are like, when I hear kind of these stories of like greed that's out of fucking control, I get pissed off. So the two guys that are being thrown into the mouth whale is Plotkin of Melvin Capital. He's the guy that shorted GameStop stock, which resulted in him losing billions of dollars and having to be bailed out by Citadel, which is another hedge fund. So he's being thrown into the whale. And then, of course, the Robinhood CEO, who is a slimy guy. I mean, when you listen to him, it's like, you're full of shit. I can tell. So my art gives me like a way to unleash the rage once I do a deep dive. And I followed every detail of this thing. I ate this stuff up because the hedge funders who short stocks and drive shit to the ground, you know what? They can fucking rot in hell as far as I'm concerned. I fucking hate them with a passion. You know, those guys, they ruined my life at one point. You know,
they've ruined many people's lives.
They've ruined a lot.
Not mine. Tons of people. Tons.
Yeah, and it's best to criticize by creating things. You know, it's best to take them down by creating something beautiful and letting that do the work. And it doesn't feel as bad either. You know,
revenge is a dish best served artistically.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So I was really, really happy when this one sold because it was like, I got confirmation that, hey, someone likes this. This might mean something to someone. Maybe they got in early with GameStop. I mean, I don't know the story of who bought it, but it's really important.
You get to speculate on somebody's speculation.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You get these layers of speculation.
The other reason that people need to go to the show, I mean, besides trying to get the money art, which they can do, is that Pascal Boyart is this one right here. He's a French street artist. His street art is the very first one that got tokenized, as far as I know. Huge. These are massive paintings on walls in Paris, and he's the very first street artist that got his mural tokenized. So he gets massive support. I think this one is got 52 owners or something like that, but he's earning all of his money, but he spends months. He spends like 5 months painting murals.
Well, that's proof of work right there.
Yes. And then the collectors, they support him. He's getting more and more well-known now. He mints on OpenSea. He's not part of Super Rare. You can't find his shit on, Maker's Plus. He does his own thing, which I really admire.
His name's Pascal Boyart, right?
Yeah. Pascal Boyart.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, it's people like him that, motivated and paved the way for, the Banksies to finally adopt NFT and art tech,
exactly.
It's that exact people like Pascal Boyart that did this, that inspired that. And, I think that that's going to, again, be very valuable, not in this sense of, whatever speculation, but historically speaking, this is very meaningful to the entire movement.
Yeah, and these are the artists that we want to be getting involved in this kind of thing. People that are already making big social statements on a stage, like the real world. They're putting it out there on the street, putting their message into the real world where you have to see it.
Physical meets digital. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. These are the people that help change society with their art.
Well, this is how you truly immortalize that mural, right? Like when you do a mural on a wall and somebody comes around and paints over it the next day, it's kind of like, it's death, in some kind. And now this is how art can be immortal, living forever, infinitely throughout it.
Like the virtual museums, because one of his street paintings, murals, did get painted over.
See?
I'm pretty sure. Which brings me to Lambie. Lambie actually had the most extensive Wall Street Bets art, and it was so cool. Robness, you know who Robness is, right? He already bought Lambie's this one that's used for the poster. He already snatched that up, and she has so much cool shit. And we actually talked about all this stuff. And she and I were both like super in depth with when the Wall Street Bets thing happened. We were on every fucking detail of that what happened. And she honestly has the most. She has the most art that documents this time. And the thing people have to realize, this is why you should speculate on good art, good artists who do a deep dive into this stuff. We artists, things come in, we do a deep dive, research stuff, and then we move on. So there will never be another gift that I do of Roaring Kitty that was just that. And the same thing with her. She's going to move on to different topics. So if we're topical crypto artists, like I think, Pascal fits into that. He has some deep themes, and he goes in like those yellow jackets, like those in France, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not going to be another one like that. He's not going to do a mural like that. Same way with Lambie, myself, we do deep dives into topics and then we move on. So like that's a once in a split moment of time that indicates something that inspired us thinking about what does this mean? Like Roaring Kitty, he literally came out of nowhere, and now we're looking at him, and it's like he's a very inspiring person. That guy, you should watch his first video that he ever made, which was in July. The guy is so excited. He has that childhood innocence about I like the stock, I like GameStop. They're redefining their business. They're going to turn into. He knows every detail about GameStop. He's so passionate about it. That passion led to him, making videos and sharing his love for something. And so it's like, we look at that, it's like the childhood innocence of something you find meaningful for your own life, and you need to go with it because you may inspire a movement. Like that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Anyway.
No, art is all about movements. It's all about either capturing one or inspiring one of your own.
Right. Shout out to Alchemy of Art in the chat. Said they're just moving into the NFT crypto space from traditional art. They have been a crypto supporter for 4 to 5 years, but finally took the plunge with their art into NFTs. And I couldn't be happier. I hope more artists that were in this space take what they have learned and capitalize on their crypto knowledge and adopt it to their art, and just take those two passions and combine them into a very profitable cocktail of crypto art.
Yeah, get in here. The water's fine.
It's going to be crazy
when the liquidity pool's nice and warm. Is that what you're saying?
The liquidity pool's nice and warm.
Okay, now the artist who did this one, I'm just kind of pointing out some that I really like.
Do you have to build this in Crypto Voxels, or is this rendered in?
She's a 3D glitch. I mean, I don't even know how. She does AR, VR, 3D art. She's been doing 3D art for her whole life. She's in New York. She's a famous artist that people don't know about.
What's her name?
Marjan Makdog. I don't know. I cannot pronounce her name.
Okay.
It's Marjan. Her stuff has actually gone viral on social media. She does these really weird 3D glitch things that show up in real life. So her art she's minting it today. It's going to be on Wall Street I want to say it's augmented reality. She might be saying it's something else. It's going to be on Wall Street on the Bull. And there's going to be some fucking weird shit happening there because she does these crazy, amorphous 3D forms that look like it's really there. So it's
Yeah,
like
she's on the team at Superworld actually. So like I know a lot about her. She's an incredible artist, and
she's really on the team at Superworld. What a
yeah,
small Superworld in
I know what a
TV.
small super. She's a professor too in this stuff. She's a genius.
She's amazing. She's instrumental in setting
So this is going to be experienceable in the real world. Like if I was in New York City at that, the charging bull, I could experience that art in real life, or is this something like virtually?
I haven't seen it. She's minting it right now, but she does stuff like that. That's experiential art and stuff.
See, this is how we get Pokemon Go into NFTs, right? There.
She does like extremely high resolution, like really like next level.
Her stuff is next level. It sells for 10F easy. Her shit is in demand, and she's very strategic. Like she is a professional artist. Like that's what she does. Like me,
you're a legitimate genius.
This is my story. Like this is it. This tells the whole damn story, which is if you zoom in on this guy. Oh wait, go back a little bit. Up there it says greed. This is to me this is what greed is. There's a hole. There's a hole in your heart inside of you. And money is the only thing that you care about. We all need money to live, right? But when your whole identity is wrapped up in just money, like you're gonna be a piece of shit. No? So this explains my story of what happened in 2009. That's me. Like I was barefoot and pregnant, lost everything, had to come home, and my parents saved me. I was ready to die. Like I was that shit. I was that bad off. As far as it's just like one thing leads to another. You lose all your money, you lose your house or whatever, your apartment, and then things just start spiraling down, right? That's what happened. I'm lucky to be alive. So it's like this is my story. I went broke in 2009, lost everything. This time Bitcoin saved me. So I've been looking for a solution to this whole problem of like depending on a corporation for my livelihood. Like I don't believe in that system anymore. I'm out and I will never go back. It doesn't work for me. Like there's certain people that I don't want to be a wage slave anymore. It's like wage slavery equals you being kind of on the edge, and then you can go under when the bankers decide to gamble their fucking all this money. It pushes all the people that were like decent, hardworking individuals, it pushes them into poverty, and that's what we have right now today. I believe that the crypto world needs to be mainstream like right now because we should be earning ways.
Is there any way I'm sorry to mute that. Somebody in the chat said I have double audio going. Sorry about that. I don't know if it's the speaker or if you heard what's inside Crypto Voxels while she was speaking.
Oh, yeah. I need to turn it off. Sorry.
No worries. It's just I didn't know it was like that loud for them.
It's actually not on right now because the play button is there. If it was on, it would have a pause icon. It's still going like that?
I hear some kind of music in the background or something.
That's from Crypto Voxels, and I don't know how to turn that part.
Oh, yeah. That's just if you right-click on the top of your browser where it says Crypto Voxels, if you right-click on that tab, there'll be a mute tab option, and you can mute Crypto Voxels.
Sure.
Ken's a gaming master. All the advice, Zoom master, everything.
I think that we gave a pretty good overview of it.
Oh, you're still sharing your screen. Be careful.
All right. I need to stop sharing the screen.
So at the very bottom, there should be, or at the top, you'll see like a red and green floating bar. There you go.
There we go. We're back. NFTsforsale.com.
Yeah, you like my background, bro?
Shout out.
It's so ridiculous. I was like, I have a green screen now. Might as well use it. Let me Let me turn it off though and show people what I'm working with. Video settings.
Also, shout out to Potcoin while we're chilling. Oh, the easel. Yes.
It just like
Oh,
pops
nice.
into existence.
Wait,
We should
is
do a
that-
live painting one day.
That's the image that you're showing?
This is what they can see now. Yeah, I was just using a green screen effect a second ago.
That's not a real easel, though.
No, this is real. That's why I touched it. It's real.
Okay, I couldn't see for just 1 second if it was real.
That would be a really good green screen effect if it was just like a green screen but with an easel in it.
Can we have you draw something right now? Take a
I don't
picture.
have
and
any way
print
to
it?
draw, bro. I don't have
Hey,
drawing
get a marker.
utensils.
Get a marker, draw something, take a picture, and we'll mint it today.
No.
Let's do it.
Yes, do
I want
it.
an original
Do that.
Bosak drawing.
What do I
That's a
look?
great
What do I
idea.
look like? A celebrity? I can't just do a stick figure and NFT. I'm against that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Come on, tape the banana to the wall. Let's do this.
No, that's why I can't, dude. The whole like, that's why when I had my original like NFTs, it was a screenshot of a big pen, and the title was "Sell Me This Pen," because you know it's
Yeah.
basically the same
Yeah.
I
concept.
remember
Like,
that somehow.
I love it.
yeah, I had to
What's that?
remove it from Rarible though because it was a copywritten image from like obviously just Google search an image. It wasn't, yeah. So I was like, okay, I get it.
I get it.
Uh,
That makes sense, though. At least they care about that.
No, that's true. At least, yeah, they definitely do
No, it's
care.
important. Like, that's a good thing that they wanted you to take that down.
Yeah, they were
That's what
pretty.
people
They were
forget.
pretty quick, and I was like, yeah, I guess Bic wouldn't appreciate this.
Yeah, but thankfully they're starting to look at stuff like that because I remember when it was a little bit more Wild Westy where they just didn't really kind of pay attention at all. And yeah, it's good because it stops people from stealing from each other.
And like Rarible was absolutely the worst about like, imposter artists that were stealing a real artist's work. I don't know if they ever got better or not. I don't know.
I think they're attempting to, but it's just so difficult to monitor this space.
I bought some fake art too from this guy that does these weird donut voxel things. It was like gay art, and I was like, "This is funny." I don't know. It was like different, and so I bought some of that. Turned out the guy he was a thief that was uploading. This,
Yeah,
the
I've
real,
done it too. I've bought that too.
I'm waiting for these platforms that don't take more proactive measures against this to be held accountable. Just because we are in the Wild West doesn't mean they will be grandfathered out of repercussions when this is established in a space and gets like, you know what I mean? I'm like, again, laws mean nothing to me personally. It's just going to be funny when businesses and industries that have LLCs and CEOs, they're the ones that still have to worry about the laws. If we don't, we're frogs and dogs on Twitter. You don't know who I am when I steal your shit. That's why I love, but I know who you are, company.llc. I can hold you accountable to the laws that you wanted to, you like the law so much. Let me show you how fun it is when I use it in my favor. So I think that's going to be fun, is to see like the mainstream be kind of like dogged out because of the opportunities that they don't have, because they are way too big to seize this opportunity that individuals can.
Yeah, they're like people that have been homeschooled that just came into a public high school for the first time ever, and like they're realizing how it's played. Like there are no rules there. You know, you can't just go tell on somebody. Like it's a lot different all of a sudden because like a lot of us established the space already before they entered.
In 3 years, where do you see the NFT space? I think all the big names are gonna get involved, the artists, because artists, I think there's going to be a huge shift also with client work. I already see the trend happening. So artists, the big famous ones, they work for brands, Nike, whatever, all this big, huge brands. But artists, they see people and other, successful artists that they're making, wait, I can make money doing my own thing that got me into art in the beginning. Oh, well then fuck yeah, I'm going to go. And I think this huge shift is going to happen, it's already happening, right? Where we're moving away, working, selling your labor, because you know what? You don't have your IP. When you sell your art to Nike, Nike owns that shit. You never get royalties. In fact, Beatrice Ramos, who founded Data NYC, that was one of the reasons she founded it. She goes, look, she's a professional illustrator. She worked for all the big brands in New York. And she said, hey, I own nothing. My art is spread out. I sold it to XYZ. I can never earn a goddamn thing from it ever again. That's what I see the artists moving into. So it's a bigger, there's so many shifts going on that's why I find it so exciting. Instead of people that are like just so narrowly focused on their own little art. No, this is a seismic shift in the whole way that creatives are paid well into the future. I mean, I've already earned some secondary money and I'm like, yeah, it was like $100. So I was like, fuck yeah. Like, this is it. This is what all of human history has always sucked at. They exploit creative people. I've been exploited a lot too. And because creators, I don't think about money that much when I'm creating art. It's like I'm doing art from some deep place inside of me. I'm not like trying to say, oh, I'm going to make this art and sell it. It's like, I can't do anything else. I'm unemployable. This is it for me. And so, so I will keep trying different things and because this is like a way of life for me. It has been my whole life. And I always struggled at jobs because I get bored after like a month after I figure out how to do it. It's like, this is fucking boring as fuck. I got a college degree to like work at this place where I already know how. Why am I here? So this is it for a lot of people who are creative, innately creative. Like this is what, we have to look at. This is the best opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, the creative economy is definitely going to take off this year, and I don't think it's going to slow down. The more creative you are, the more you will earn. Shout out to Joel Venezuela in the chat. Says, hey, Stella. That's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Joel Venezuela, how goes it, bro? You should have Stella on your show next.
Shout out to the Dash community because I worked for Dash for a bit in 2017, I think it was.
Shout out Dash.
Yeah, I got one of these permanent Dash shout outs right here.
One thing that's interesting, I want to touch on something that you said there about, this is the only way I know how to kind of live. It's you're doing what makes most sense for you and how you're created. With the rise of artificial intelligence and technology that's probably going to push people out of the workspace more and more. It's going to be important for creatives to be able to monetize their own natural talents, basically. We'll be the ones that have jobs when a lot of people are kind of taken over by artificial intelligence and computers.
Until artificial intelligence starts making art.
Yeah, but people are still going to, the way we buy.
Yes, it already does, Stella. You're right.
I already use Art Breeder. I use artificial intelligence a lot.
Yeah, but people like the human interaction part of it. They like that you help create it.
I mold it into my own unique vision, but I start out artificial intelligence for inspiration. The machines inspire, because the machines are creating random stuff that like, it can spark your mind.
Yeah.
Instead of starting off with a blank canvas, you start with AI.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, there are no more blank canvases unless you want it to be, but it doesn't have to be anymore. That's a really good point.
That's what's beautiful about human creativity. Like we find one thing that can beat us, and then that inspires us even more.
You asked me what I think like this will look like in 3 years or whatever, and I mean very soon, probably before that even. I think we'll probably see people like, you're talking about like artists in that sense of like, painting and digital, like visual, illustrations, graphic stuff. I think all art forms of media, entertainment, music, visual, movies, all forms of art will be coming into this space in troves. And I think we'll have probably by the end of this year, I would imagine, hopefully somebody, if not Kanye West, starts the world's first music NFT production company, because he's the most activist for musicians to make sure that they have ownership of their master's tracks and don't give that up to anybody, because he's learned that he would be a multi-billionaire, not just a multi multi-millionaire if he still owned his music, but he does not own what he created. And I think people like him are going to use this technology to help the entire next wave of next generation start off on a foundation that doesn't have a rug that can be pulled.
Yeah,
exactly. Because to think about it, the predatory managers in the music industry, like think of Kesha.
Dude, there's no Harvey Weinsteins here, you know?
Yeah. Who like made her, I mean, they signed contracts. They can't get out of the contract. Well, that guy was a fucking asshole, right? She needs to get out.
Yeah.
And these managers are just the worst kind of people. They see someone talented and they just launch into them and extract the extractors of the world. And they need
that predatory mindset that you see in even lending goes across all these power platforms, you know?
Yeah. The battlefield has literally been balanced out. You know, there is no more kings in their castles with pawns on the battlefield. We are all evenly kings.
Yeah,
we are all swords. Yeah, we're our own monarchs individually. There are no more peasants, and I think that's not what the mainstream's ready for.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they're worried. Who's going to be the janitor for the fucking rich people when there are no poor people to hire to be your janitor? Well, how about you be your own janitor? You be your own this, be your own that. Being your own bank is just the beginning of being your own everything. And self-sovereignty is also just the beginning of being self-sovereign as a whole, as an individual. And, you know, the whole like Star Trek economy comes from this, you know, super community that makes... gluttony no longer, relevant.
Yeah, that's the good thing about even Bitcoin in general, is like it de-incentivizes people to do the wrong thing. Like this technology makes it more lucrative for you to participate in the community and be good.
Yeah, if you're an asshole, we could just blacklist your shit just as a community. We don't need the
more than that, like,
to blacklist you.
Yeah.
We can fucking blacklist you.
Even on a fundamental level, like from the ground floor, like even if you're like a hacker, like you're more incentivized to just participate in the network than to try to hack it. Like it would be so much more difficult with even resources. I mean,
I have a bit of a darker view on this because I still see the elites, which the elites are people that have so much money that they can move markets or what, they're super rich. They will always exist and they'll always exert more power over a system, even the crypto system.
Yeah. I mean, what would happen if Michael Saylor would all of a sudden be like, we want to take profits?
What?
If somebody like Michael Saylor all of a sudden was like, we want to take profits from all the Bitcoin we bought. Now all of a sudden the whole market just...
Yeah, it would. He has the power.
Yeah, and that's the problem right now. Even when like whole countries have like a majority of like the hash power and stuff, like we're seeing centralization start.
It's like only Bitcoin's a rich person's game now. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, but that's why we get to opt in and out and switch and swap and pump and dump on them now, right? Like, oh, okay, all the rich people got into Bitcoin. How about we start shorting Bitcoin since Tesla bought 1.5 billion? We get Elon to go from the most rich person to the brokest person, and we just buy back Bitcoin after Tesla sells it at a loss. We can do that. We can GameStop everything.
The crypto OGs, the early adopters, that's where the wealth transfer, the nerds, basically. The nerds. Because look, I'm a true believer. When I found Bitcoin blockchain, I actually found out about 2011, but I was so poor, I didn't have $1. When a light bulb went off in 2011, I was like, this is genius. This is, it was like, I was looking for something like this. And then later, it was 2016, and it's like once you go into the rabbit hole, it was like, this is it. This is the answer I've been looking for. But there's other people that found it at the same time that did not do the deep dive. They were just like, what is this? Whatever. So really, we have the wealth transfer to the people who believe, the true believers, and the nerds, and the OG. Like anyone that's outside of the system in some ways who's looking for answers, those people all being rewarded, whereas the people, it's not smart to be like, I don't know about it's never a good idea to keep in the middle. Yep. Go all in, because then even if you lose out or whatever, you will learn a lesson. But if you stay on the sidelines and just kind of are milk toast about everything, like I was like for a long time in my life until I went all in and stuff. Nothing changed for me. You have to go all in on something.
Go
in your
all
life.
in on you. Go all in on
bet on
you.
yourself. You know, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you're going to do the same things, you're never going to get anywhere else.
That's the decision I made 4 years ago now when I quit my day job. You know, I was like, you know what? I've been working here for almost a decade, 9 to 5, and I don't got no equity in this shit. Like, and I'm seeing my, you know, I was doing cell phone repair, like micro soldering and fixing things, doing software repair and data restoration.
Bugging cell phones so you can listen in on conversations.
Right. I had a salary. It was very comfortable. I didn't have to work very hard since I worked very smart. But the problem was obviously if I was making, decent amount, I was clearly making well more for somebody else. And I was like, I could do this for myself. And yeah, I was going to open my own little cell phone repair thing and do that. And, I was like, I'm just going to go all in on me as me. Maybe I don't have to do a trade as much as I can just do me. Like, if that makes sense. I'm like Ken. I'm not a blacksmith. I'm not like a blacksmith, but I'm a Ken Smith. That's
exactly right. You embody this idea very well of being wage slave in the beginning, and I'm the same way. I was a wage slave. I was a production artist for like 7 years, and I had a boss. I did very well at my job because I'm very detail oriented. It's like I'm a perfectionist, so I was very well paid. I did good with raises, etc. But I was never invested in myself. I was always doing art for clients. Right? So it's like I have nothing to show for it. I have no equity. And until I wrote my book in 2015, it was just I sold my labor for others to profit off of. That is the model that is destructive and that keeps you poor. That's it right there.
That's why we were coming up on the hour. We didn't even get to touch on any reminiscence of us hanging out in South by South and talking in Texas about, places like, or platforms like Steam It, platforms like that are going to be huge. I think that's why basic attention token and things like that are kind of taking off now. People that write on Medium or fucking Reddit are going to realize like they're literally making somebody else very wealthy without getting not even minimum wage back. You're getting nothing.
Partnered with Ethereum to have a coin or something. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, it's definitely something that they should all consider. I don't know why they haven't yet, but that's why I said in 3 years' time, probably sooner, we will see a lot of this mainstream momentum because they have the wealth to do it, and they have the motivation to not be left behind like Blockbuster and Tower Records. Not just industries, but also influence and popular people in whatever industries they may be. We even have football athletes bragging about how they got into Bitcoin before there was even NBA Top Shot NFTs for the basketball players. Now the basketball players are getting into NFTs. The football players are saying, we've been getting paid in Bitcoin. Where you been? That is something so far outside this echo chamber that we've had for the past decade. It is nonstop from here. That's why I'm thinking we'll probably see Doritos NFTs, Pepsi coins going to be more of a token because Pepsi coin is real. There are kids collecting Pepsi coin for the past year. When you get a bag of Lay's chips or a bottle of Pepsi, they give you a coin and you can redeem it for their, yes. And they're exactly, really? We don't care because it's not crypto. It's a digital currency.
I didn't know about that.
Wait till they open it up and let secondary markets add liquidity to Pepsi.
3 years, everything's going to be tokenized.
It's stock again.
It's all going to be tokenized in 3 years. I think the whole thing, the technology is going to take over. And then if you're on Web 2.0 and you're not in the tokenized, you're going to be left behind. Oh,
you'll be Tower Records, Blockbuster. I don't know. You'll probably be left to an equivalent of its own disappointment level. Like if Netflix could become Blockbustered, You know, iTunes will become Tower Record. You know, the difference between buying a song for $1 on iTunes and owning a song for $1 on the blockchain are two completely different experiences as not just an end user, but also as the artist or content creator that's selling it. So to me, the amount of mainstream momentum that we are going to see within the next year alone, due to the lockdown and everything else, it's going to be exponential. There could be like a entire decade worth of innovation within 1 year due to the lockdown and how much people don't have any pre-active activities or distractions in their lives. The whole world's basically in dev mode right now.
Yeah. I mean, we've fundamentally shifted already with how we communicate. We're also used to Zoom meetings and phone calls at this point that, like, a lot of
people
us
that you would never have expected to learn how to use Zoom figured it out this year.
Yeah, I know. And now they're pros at it.
Right.
Like, they're sending the links, they're scheduling meetings, like they're doing all these things that they never thought they would do.
And for people like me who don't like to meet up in person, it's like introverts.
Oh yeah, this is where introverts can be extroverted. Yeah,
absolutely.
There's going to be a new word for that too, don't you think? Like the definition of introvert may have a new word, because there is a way to be an introvert extrovertedly through digital means of socialization. Like that.
Yeah. Extravent. We're extravents.
We are extravagant. Anyway.
Oh.
You're a party animal. I saw you in 2018. Austin, it's like when I still remember we were outside and there was a lot of people. It's like, wow, so weird, but like you were a magnet. Like you're showing your tattoos and like everyone's just like crowding around you. I was like,
he's the light and all the moths flock to him.
It is funny. Yeah, you show up in pajamas to a conference with suits and you get a lot of attention. That's true. I do want to let people know before we go, I did drop an NFT below. So if you saw that QR code at the bottom of the screen, update, you should scan that QR code with your phone, be the first person. You can get an NFT for free. If you didn't get one today, tune in tomorrow. I'm going to try to at least do one every day, probably towards the end of the podcast. If I ever look like I might forget, it's up to you in the chat to remind me. And I'll do a giveaway every day. So scan the QR code that you see right now live on the screen if you want a free NFT. And also the link is pinned in on YouTube if you wanted to go to Stella Crypto Voxel's plot. Let me see if I can find it. It's
my Twitter account, and then the link in my bio on Twitter that takes you straight to the Stella Bell's museum where the Fuck Wall Street show is.
I'm posting the link one more time.
Yeah, you can go right on your cell phone, everybody.
Yeah, if you're on your phone right now, you can click that link and go inside of Crypto Voxels and walk around in the parcels. The parcels address is 4026 if you are a tech-savvy nerd and you just want to teleport there or something. Otherwise, go ahead and click on the link. Yeah, we're going to wrap things up here tomorrow. What time again tomorrow was it?
It's 12 noon Pacific time.
All right, guys, use your world clock calendar and calibrate to noon that time. And
3 Eastern.
Yeah, there you go, 3 Eastern. Perfect.
3.
Look at this smarty pants showing.
3 hour difference. Everyone I work with is in California, so I'm just on that clock.
All right, shout out to everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Jordan Fader, The Public Awakening, Katsumoto for being such a support in the chat. Thank you for the links and everything and all the information. Jeremy Crow, Miss Teen Crypto was here. How goes it? Scott, as always, I appreciate it.
My new follower on Twitter, I noticed.
We got Newman, NFT Pokemon. Okay.
That's them all, bro.
Yeah, right. Huddle them all. What up, LG? Jasper, my bro. How goes it? Alchemy of Art, welcome your art to the crypto space. Please join my Telegram, share a link to your art. Never think it's spam. You know, I always want people to share their stuff there. So Alchemy of Art, join my Telegram, share a link to your newly minted art. I want to check that out. Thanks, everybody. I want to make sure I shout out everybody that was at least in the chat here. Joel Venezuela for stopping by. Hawaii US. Yeah, that's right. That's what you get for having a weird name. Thanks for stopping by. 3 Douglas, my bro. Check out Quality Value NFTs, QV NFTs on Twitter. 24-hour Quality Value NFT live stream. It's nothing at all like QVC, and they had zero to do with the inspiration. I just found out that was a thing yesterday because I wasn't born in the 50s, so I didn't know that existed. And Mellow Fellow, my bro from childhood, how goes it? Good to see you tuning in. Hope you learned a thing or two. As always, DJ Me Popsicle, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear DJ Me Popsicle. Happy birthday to you.
We love you.
Have a day.
Have a day, bros and broettes.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. We're gonna get real high. We're gonna get real high. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.